Staying with our rolling coverage, Natasha, Phiri is also stationed in and around the Union buildings. Let me cross to her, perhaps get an indication as to really what is happening on your end. Natasha, if you can hear me, good morning. Bring us up to speed as to what's happening as we edge closer.
A very good morning to Liesl. It seems as if the weather's clearing up now, and of course all our guests are actually being entertained here by the music that is being provided here at the amphitheatre. But joining me right now, I'm joined by the president of the ACDP, Reverend Kenneth Misha. Reverend, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. Quite an auspicious occasion. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I have mixed feelings. The Sixth Parliament did not go as well as was expected. There were a number of protests because people are protesting, demanding service delivery. But now we have a national unity, which is the first since 1994. So we are anxious to see whether it will work and how it will work, because we know that there are parties who are part of it who still have unfinished business. So how they are going to navigate between what they were not happy with, they argued with the ruling party last time, and now they have to work together. So we are anticipating some rough patches ahead of us. But as South Africans who love this country, we really want to wish this GNU well. We want to wish them, the president, the incoming president, well in particular, because their success will be for the greater good of South Africa. The
last time I spoke to you last week in Cape Town, you had said you're not going to be joining the GNU. Are there any prospects of that? I mean, the latest party to join the GNU is actually the PAC, actually.
Yeah, we saw that the PAC has joined the GNU, but the PAC does not have the issues that we have with the ANC government. Obviously, they are over now, but now it's going to be GNU. But three main reasons why we said we are not going to be part of them, and that has not changed. Number one is that we had issues with government regarding the Bella Bill. We had issues regarding NHI, and we said if you cannot meet the needs of the people, few as they are right now with NHI, what are you going to do? You don't have money. When doctors are protesting and are saying we want to be paid, we want to be employed, employers, they say there is no money. So where will they find money to ensure that everything is mahala for all South Africans who need care? While we want everybody to have care, we have to ensure that South Africa's economy improves so that there can be money that will ensure that doctors that are needed, health workers that are needed, get employed so that they can meet the needs of the people.
And just briefly, because I just need to go see other people here, will you be joining the Progressive Caucus, the official opposition to the GNU?
Well, they may call themselves official opposition. We are also opposition to the GNU, but we are not part of them, because what we want to take government to court for, they are not part of that, all right? But we want to ensure that South Africans get the best of the best. And we want to ensure that when government makes a promise, they keep that promise. They should not just make promises because it is before elections. As we know that before elections, there was no load shedding. Now it's starting again, but now using different terminology. But it's happening again. It's happening because elections are over. We want to be honest with people. We want to be truthful with people. We want people to trust their government. Because right now, what we heard is that they don't trust this government. That's why so many of them stopped supporting the ruling party, but we're excited to see a government where ANC is not the majority. All right? Their arrogance, I hope, is going to come to an end, and we'll see them being serious to meet the needs of the people there.
Reverend Misha, thank you so much for your time. Lisa, I just want us to actually walk and talk with my colleague class before we actually toss to Samgele Masego. I see familiar faces here from the ANC, ADC members. So I see you looking good in Tata Soviet. What are you expecting from today?
No, look, we have come to join South Africans and fellow leaders across political parties and from the continent and elsewhere in the inauguration of our head of state, President Ramaphosa.
Okay, let me take this conversation to Mr. Masamola. We're now under government of national unity. What can South Africans expect?
No, they must expect very great things and very important systems of government, because for the first time in the history of this country, we're at a very critical moment, and we want to rest assure them that things are going to be okay. They must certainly look forward to the leadership of the President together with the team of parliamentarians. We're on track for a very good and prosperous country going forward.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you're both members of parliament. What can we expect from you guys or from the ANC caucus in parliament?
No, you must expect a very good work in terms of oversight, in terms of leadership, but also careful management of this transition is extremely important for the stability and the future of this country in the interest of our people. Good leadership, quality and everything that is expected of us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Masamela. Of course, that was Dixon Masamela and Soviet of the ANC. Those are ANC parliamentarians. I've seen Mr. Peter Groenewald here of the FF Plus, and I'll just ask to speak to him. Mr. Groenewald, sir, how are you? You're live on SABC News. So there are a number of parties who have now joined the Government of National Unity, including the PAC, and you've seen that. Are there any interest from your side?
Well, we already have an agreement in the Northern Cape, and we are in the process on national level. We sent our document to the ANC yesterday, so we expect feedback either today or tomorrow. So we have a proposal on the table, and I think it will be positive.
Can you tell us what the proposal is? I think South Africans are very anxious about
Yes,
this.
I all want to know. It's a broad principles. It's already in a public domain, building the economy and everything. But we say that the devil dies in the detail. So we want to see that. We have some smaller issues. I'm not going to communicate with them by means of the media. You will understand that. But if you go and look at our agreement in the Northern Cape, I think that's a good example. For instance, they did offer us executive positions as MECs. We said, no, we're not going to do that. But we have a chairperson of a portfolio committee in the legislature. So we believe that you can contribute to better governance if you are part of the legislative and ensure accountability. So that is the idea from the Freedom Front Plus side.
Before I touch to Samgele Masego, in terms of the composition of the cabinet that is expected to be appointed, what are you looking for as the FF Plus?
Well, as I said, we will have to wait to see what the president is going to decide. That is going to be interesting. I hear what you are saying. So as I said, if you look at the Northern Cape, that is not of that importance to be part of a cabinet. I say, and I want to emphasize again, you can still enhance a government of national unity without being member of the executive, being a cabinet minister or anything. So let's see what's happening.
Okay. Mr. Groenewald, thank you so much for your time.